For decades, medical advice has focused on keeping LDL cholesterol low to prevent heart attacks. We typically envision these particles as a cardiovascular problem, material that can clog the arteries around the heart. But in 2024, the medical journal The Lancet issued a major update to its findings on cognitive health. They officially added high LDL cholesterol to their list of the top modifiable risk factors for dementia. Just a reminder, we are not doctors, but the research behind this update is significant. Is the bad cholesterol in your bloodstream currently damaging your memory? This research identifies dementia as a tangible disease of lifestyle, one we can actively monitor and manage through the same tools we use for heart health. Many people view Alzheimer's and dementia as a fixed genetic inheritance, tied to variants like the ApoE4 gene. However, data from a study of nearly 10,000 people found that having even borderline high cholesterol in your 40s increases the risk for Alzheimer's and vascular dementia by up to 66% decades later. By the time most people reach retirement age and begin worrying about memory loss, they have already passed the most critical window for prevention. Understanding why midlife cholesterol predicts late-life cognitive decline requires a look at how LDL physically interacts with the brain. Alzheimer's pathology begins decades before the first symptoms show up, making your 30s, 40s, and 50s the actual battleground for your brain's future. Looking at these forest plots from a study on brain pathology, we see a consistent trend. High LDL shows a significant association with brain damage, regardless of a person's ApoE genotype. One primary mechanism is vascular injury. Excess LDL constricts the tiny, delicate blood vessels deep inside the brain, starving neurons of oxygen and causing the microscopic damage that leads to vascular dementia. High LDL also triggers chronic neuroinflammation. This persistent immune response can damage brain tissue and disrupt the chemical signals neurons use to communicate. Third is the degradation of white matter. Elevated cholesterol strips away the fatty myelin coating that protects your neurons and allows them to send electrical signals. Finally, high LDL is linked to the accumulation of amyloid and tau proteins, the physical hallmarks of Alzheimer's disease. Over several decades, LDL behaves as a systemic toxin that slowly dismantles the physical infrastructure of the brain. This biological reality leads to a question known as the cholesterol paradox. If high LDL causes dementia, why do some studies on 80-year-olds show that low cholesterol is actually associated with cognitive decline? This diagram explains reverse causation. Notice subclinical disease points to late-life LDL-C. As dementia develops, frailty causes cholesterol to drop. Dashed red arrows show statistical bias. Late-life studies measure this drop, mistakenly identifying low LDL as the cause. Your cognitive future is best predicted by midlife data. LDL often spikes in your 40s, causing damage that stays hidden for years. By the time symptoms appear decades later, your cholesterol levels have artificially declined. The evidence shows that the critical window to assess and manage your risk is in midlife, not during your twilight years. The link between LDL and dementia means your cognitive health is a modifiable outcome. It is not a predetermined genetic certainty. We already have the tools to protect the brain, including targeted diet, getting regular exercise, and statin medications to manage cholesterol levels. So take out your phone, open your medical app, and check your LDL. And if it's above 70, and certainly if it's above 100, message your doctor. This is part of a series called Elton's Health Hacks. Please follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Spotify, or YouTube for the latest health tips. And the name of the series again is Elton's Health Hacks. Managing your cardiovascular numbers today is the most effective, science-backed method for protecting your memories tomorrow.